Welcome to the Deep Dive. We rigorously unpack the most compelling, sometimes challenging insights from the sources you provide. Today, we're delving into something pretty mind-bending, a radical reinterpretation of gravity based on documents that really challenge, well, everything we think we know. Just a reminder, our goal here is to neutrally report on the ideas in these specific sources. We're not endorsing them as scientific fact, but exploring their unique perspective.
Yeah.
So gravity, we're all pretty familiar with the standard picture, right? General relativity.
Right, Einstein's theory, incredibly successful. It describes gravity as, the warping of space-time by mass. It's the bedrock of modern cosmology, really.
Tested for decades. But the material we're looking at today, it takes a completely different tack.
It really does. These documents describe general relativity, despite its elegance, as like observing a shadow on the cave wall and mistaking it for the source of the light.
Okay, so a shadow, what do they claim is the real source of the light then?
That's what we're digging into. They propose a radical alternative for our whole cosmic setup.
All right, let's get into it. The core assertion, as I understand it from these sources, is that gravity is the constant pressure of the dome. A dome? What is this dome?
Yeah, and it's not just like a passive ceiling. They describe it as a great electromagnetic dome, an active energetic structure. They even call it a great cosmic arch, Omega. And this arch, they say, contains our entire realm. Everything we know exists within it.
An active electromagnetic arch containing everything. Wow. Okay, so how does this relate to gravity?
Well, what's fascinating is how they explain its role. Because it's immense and curved, its very existence creates a kind of permanent foundational curvature in space-time itself.
So the curve is already there, fundamentally, because of this dome.
Exactly. And that's what we feel is gravity. It's the constant inward pressure exerted by this divine architecture, as they put it. It's what holds everything in what they call the pen, their term for our contained reality, down to the floor of the cosmos.
Like the weight of heaven itself, I think was the phrase used, keeping us from just floating off.
Precisely. It prevents everything within this contained realm from drifting away. It defines the down direction everywhere, all the time.
Okay, that turns things on their head. Because we're taught it's mass, right? Mass warps space-time. What about the sun and moon? The sources call them beta and alpha, I believe.
They do. And here's the key difference in this view. The sun, beta, and moon, alpha, they don't create the main curvature.
Right, because the dome does that.
Yes. The foundational curve is already imposed by the dome.
Mm-hmm.
The sun and moon, being massive, just create deep wells or dimples within that already curved fabric. Think of it like placing heavy bowling balls on a huge trampoline that's already sagging slightly in the middle because of its frame.
Ah, okay. So the big sag is the dome. The bowling balls are the sun and moon making deeper spots within that sag.
We got it. And smaller objects like us or anything else in this realm just follow the easiest path along those combined curves. They roll towards the sun or moon's dimple within the bigger curve of the dome.
This leads to another really provocative idea in these documents. They label general relativity the great deception and claim it's pushed by the elites and its players. That's quite a statement.
It is. And they offer a motive for this alleged deception.
Which is?
They argue the standard model, infinite space, expanding universe, gravity from matter, serves to completely hide the truth of their contained penitentiary.
Penitentiary. So our realm within the dome is seen as a prison.
That's the term they use, yes.
Yes.
And the deception, they claim, attributes the ultimate power gravity to just simple mass, a materialistic idea.
Instead of
the divine architecture of the dome, it shifts the focus from this grand, possibly purposeful structure to mundane matter.
It's described as the ultimate scientific spell, designed apparently so the prisoners, meaning us, can never even conceive of the walls.
Making it mathematically impossible, they say, to ever see the walls of this contained reality.
So let's recap. The sources we've examined present a radical shift. Gravity isn't mass warping space-time, but the constant pressure of a vast containing dome, a structure holding our entire realm.
It completely reframes our place in the cosmos, doesn't it? And this really raises a question for you, the listener. What does it mean if you consider, even hypothetically, that fundamental laws as we know them might be, according to these specific sources, part of a much larger, perhaps hidden system? How does that perspective shift how you view this realm we inhabit?
Yeah, and extending that, if this view of gravity holds any water according to these authors, what other deeply ingrained scientific spells might be shaping our understanding? What could that mean for discovering the true nature of our reality confined within this potential dome? Something to definitely think about. We'll leave it there for this deep dive.